Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Fallout 1 blind. Now, last time I arrived in the Boneyard, so let's go and explore it. Good day, how may I be of assistance? You see a stern man in his 30s. What can you tell me about the Adytum? A nice enough town. Me and the regulators work hard to keep it that way. Anyone in particular you would like to know about? Who runs the Adytum? Adytum's here is run by Zimmerman. He's an upright fellow, takes good care of the town. You should go and see him. Anything else? Yeah. Who does the trading here? Tyne runs a shop over near the gates. It's down below the little bunker. He does all the trading with the hub and with the outsiders like you. Can you tell me what's going on in here in the Boneyard? Yeah, I guess. You've got the Blades up north, a pretty pathetic herd of people, and the Gunrunners a little north. And a ways to the east, through the Deathclaw playground. Okay. Also, a ways to the south of here, you have the Children of the Cathedral, who run the hospital and a big church. Up a little bit to the north and to the east, you get the loony followers of the Apocalypse, who are all peace types. Okay. Tell me more about the children and the followers. Well, the Children of the Cathedral all live in the big black church type building. They have some sort of big god, and they go around trying to convert people to their cult. Where can I find Zimmerman? You'll find him in the big building to the southwest. He might be able to put enough sentences together to let you know what we're looking that we're looking for some help with the Blades. What's going on with the Blades? They've done something to Zimmerman's half-witted son, but like I said, talk to Zimmerman about it. Okay, anything else? You have the look of someone important. I'm Caleb. I train and organize the regulators here. What's the story behind the regulators? We are the police force for the Adytum. Most folks around here know enough not to cause any trouble. I'm in charge of training the regulators and making sure that the skags are working hard enough and that no one moves in on us here. Anything else? Okay, I think I asked about everything, so have a nice day. Thanks. You have a good day too. Okay, there's like a shed. Passage to the sewers. Not going there yet. Let me explore topside first. Watch yourself, says someone. You see a regulator, one of the guards of the Adytum. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Watch yourself. You see a middle-aged man in civilian clothing. What do you want? Who are you? I'm Jan Zimmerman, mayor of the Adytum. What's it to you? Your guards said you had a job for me. I might. Have you ever dealt with a vicious murdering band of thieves before? Don't tell me. You've got a gang problem. You've dealt with gangs before? Well, you could say that. I've dealt with the Skulls in Junktown and with the Underground in the Hub. Good, then you know how ruthless and bloodthirsty they can be. The Blades are the worst of them all, I'm afraid. We're a humble, God-fearing town that is only trying to survive, and these monsters prey on us, he whispers under his breath, and our children. What do you mean prey on you, and especially what do you mean prey on your children? Well, the regulators keep them from attacking us outright, but it's all that they but it's all they can do to keep our little community safe. When they try to sneak in at night to kill our citizens or to kidnap our children, and he stops for a moment to compose himself before continuing. Just last week, one of them burst through the north gate in the middle of the night with dynamite strapped to his body to blow up the regulator's barracks, no doubt to weaken us enough so that they could launch a full-scale assault. What happened to him? Luckily, the regulators killed him before he could complete his plan. I saw his body myself. So you didn't actually see the guy run into town with dynamite strapped to his body. It was in the middle of the night, as I told you. I was asleep. Luckily, the regulators usually catch these barbarians before they even make it inside our town. So it seems this dialogue option is implying that my character thinks this is a setup, possibly? Which it might be, a setup by the regulators, because obviously if you are a police force and if you have like authoritarian desires, then it is in your best interest to create even falsify a constant sense of endangerment and a constant sense of a threat. So then you can use that to justify, giving yourself more power, more militarization, more surveillance, more laws. So it's interesting, I guess. That's pretty lucky and pretty convenient too. What would be convenient would be to put an end to their foulness once and for all. How can I help? I'll give you 2,000 caps to kill their leader. I want that bitch's head. You seem to have something personal against her. She has had my son kidnapped, tortured and killed. They left him impaled on a post right outside the gates. Okay, that sounds horrible, obviously. And if it is true, if I don't find any evidence that it is not true, then I might take them down. But I would like to talk to them first, because there might be something going on with the regulators, some kind of a trickery. That's what some dialogue options were implying, so I will agree for now, but I will also talk with the Blades and try to hear their story out. Those sick bastards, I'll take the job. Thank the gods. Finally, my son may be avenged. The Blades camp is to the north of here. Come back when you've done the job. Okay. No time to talk, apparently. Nobody here. Some farms. Whatever, no time to talk. Looks like rain, as always. I hope the caravans pass by again soon. We don't get many outsiders. As much as you try, you cannot think of a way of moving this well to the vault. Yeah, probably not going to happen. Okay, another entrance to the sewers. I don't believe we've met. I'm Miles. What can I do for you? That smoke makes you look like a scientist. What are you studying? I'm a chemist. Mostly I make primer and powder so that we can reuse the brass casings from bullets, but I also dabble with some other chemicals. Where do you get the sulfur, potassium nitrate and other chemicals? It's unusual to find someone who can appreciate the chemistry, but to answer your question, some of the materials we get from the hub merchants, others I manufacture, and others I just find in the area. For instance, the dung heaps from the Brahmin are a good source, as well as some of the strains of fungus that I cultivate. What other chemicals do you work with? Well, I've been trying to get some strong acids so that Smitty can use them for etching, but I also have been trying to make some permanent dyes and inks, but without access to natural inks, it's difficult. So you're making bullets for the Adytum. Yes, although Smitty is the one who actually casts the bullets. I just refill the brass casings. But the hub merchants are making a profit off of you in the town. Well, yes, we have to make a living. Since the hydroponic farms aren't functioning, we have to buy food from the merchants, and bullets are the only thing we have to sell. I could try to get the parts to fix the hydroponic farms. Really? That would be wonderful. We're just missing a few parts, but I'm sure that if you could scrounge up the right pieces, we could be self-sufficient. Samael might be able to give you some help. Okay. You see a grungy man in dark blue clothes. I don't believe we've met. You are? Matt Black. The pleasure is mine. I'm called Samael. What do you do here? I'm a scavenger. My job is to search out all of the Boneyard for useful items and information. Dangerous work. Why is it dangerous? Well, you've got the death claws out there, and then you've got the regulators back here in the Adytum. Both ain't the most forgiving types. How do you avoid the death claws? We only work at night and we're good at what we do, but I'll admit, not everyone always comes back. I've sent a guy out last week to look for some parts for Miles, and we haven't heard from him since. The last transmission I got from him is that he had found the parts and was on his way back. But where did he go exactly? Because that's who I need to find. I need to find the parts, right? We see each other once more. What's up? What's your job? I'm a scav. Have you scouted out any of the other areas? I've done a little scouting. What do you want to know about? The blades. The blades are a pretty sorry sight for a group of people. They get by though, and some of them end up here in the Adytum if they agree to what the regulators offer them to do. The death claws. Well, if you haven't seen them before, they are mean as all hell, and like nothing more than to rip a poor scav's heart out. I've heard that there's a nest of them somewhere to the east of the blades, but I haven't seen it myself. Okay, so I guess this is a direction? Because he said that he mentioned the guy with the parts when talking about how not all of the people managed to avoid the death claws. So I take from that that guy died somewhere in the vicinity of the death claw territory then. Tell me about the gunrunners. The gunrunners moved into the big factory up to the northeast not long ago. Can't tell you much because they have a moat filled with radioactive sludge, and you've got to get through the death claws to get there. The followers of the apocalypse? The followers preach peace and tolerance. Nice idea, but impractical. They live in a big library to the northwest of here. Children of the Cathedral? The Children of the Cathedral are based in a big church a ways to the south of here. There are some strange things going on there. I've seen creatures that can't be human coming in and out of there. And if the stories are right, the church is built over an old vault. Okay. I think that's it. See you around if you see me. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, whatever. Watch yourself. Oh, there was supposed to be a shop somewhere around here, right? Whatever. Looks like we're going to be short of food again. You see a dark-skinned man adorned with bright scarves and trinkets. Hello, stranger. May I be of service? I'm just getting to know the people of Adytum. I'm called Chuck. Welcome to the Adytum. I'm afraid that most of the people here aren't most forthcoming with strangers, though. What's your job? I'm a farmer. I also like to do a little bit of work on the buildings, restoring them and keeping them intact, and sometimes I give advice. What kind of advice? Chuck pulls out a set of tarot cards. Let me consult the cards. He shuffles the deck. Chuck pulls a card with a picture of a man with a vibroblade and a flag, the Prince of Swords in the north. You must face a powerful foe far to the north. I wonder if it's going to come true in the end, because obviously it's a very common trope in fiction where random prophecy is given to you by, street magicians or like mutterings of madmen or, homeless vagrants that are drunk. They say things that the characters in the story don't pay much of a mind to, because they think it's some just random chatter, but in the end it turns out to be profound and actually mean something. Well, thanks for the advice. Good journeys, Wanderer. Can't talk right now. No time to talk. Watch yourself. Hi, are you new here? Yes, I'm called Matt Black. I'm Lorraine. Can I ask you a few questions? I suppose. What do you want to know? What can you tell me about the Boneyard? This used to be a big city called Los Angeles. What? Wait, what? I kind of didn't expect that. Like, it seems to me it would be pretty difficult, because this place is very small. There's only a couple of buildings, and there isn't much in the way of rubble or ruins. It seems to me it would be very difficult to erase a city the size of Los Angeles from the map completely. But I guess that mostly depends on how many nukes they dropped on it. You can do it. It would just be rather complicated, I think. It used to be a big city called Los Angeles, but the bombs hit really hard. Now, there's just the Angel Boneyard. We Adytowners are just trying to survive in the wreckage. Can you tell me more about Los Angeles? Lots of people lived here. From what I hear, the survivors hid in a big place called the Vault and came out years later. Some of them started the regulators and then founded Adytum, while others formed the Blades. The gunrunners aren't from here originally. Where is the Vault? Well, it supposedly was somewhere south of here, but I don't know really. I think everyone left because it was broken. Okay, there were more questions about this. What's the deal with the regulators? They keep the peace around here and control all the money coming in and out. The rest of the people here pretty much work for the regulators, and that ain't the most forgiving job. Many of them don't ever see beyond the fence that surrounds this place. Very nasty. Okay, where are the gunrunners from? I'm not really sure. I think they came from somewhere north of here. Okay. What do you know about the regulators? Okay, she said that already. Some other questions? Tell me more about the other residents of Adytum. Who do you want to know about? Jan Zimmerman. Zimmerman watches over our town. He makes sure that everyone gets fed and that everybody has a job to do. Someone else? Caleb. Caleb is the leader of the regulators. It's his job to protect Adytum. He seems to enjoy it a little more than he should. Oh. Yeah, so I guess that would play into the theory that the regulators may be overstating the danger that the blades pose, or even completely, fabricated. Because she seems to imply that this guy, Caleb, is a fan of like excessive policing and probably derives some measure of satisfaction from cracking down on the populace. Someone else? Miles? Ah, our resident chemist. Miles makes bullets And he also built the water distiller that makes sure we get clean water from the well. He's working on an underground farm right now, but he's missing some parts. Okay. Tyne? Tyne runs the shop. It's in the bunker near the gate. He trades with the hub merchants for us. Smithy? Smithy is a tinker of sorts. He's good at repair work. He casts bullets and fixes broken stuff around town. Okay, nobody. Nice talking to you. Let's continue onwards. Watch yourself. What are you looking at? Gotta get back to work. Good day. What can I do for you? May I ask your name? Well, everyone just calls me Smithy. Probably because I'm the local blacksmith. Can I ask you a few questions? Ask away. Where did you get all of your shop equipment? Why, any competent blacksmith can just make his own anvil. Of course, I really just sort of learned the craft by practice, but I made most of my own tools. Okay. What do you make here? Mostly I make and repair tools and implements here. I also fix things from the hub merchants. With the help of Miles, the chemist, I reload bullets from time to time. Can you make guns and bullets? Well, building guns and making shells takes machining, and I just don't have the tools for that. But with the help of Miles, the chemist, I can reload old brass, since I can cast bullets. Okay. What do you have to sell? Stimpaks, pistol, some caps, but no bullets of the kind, because I would like to buy 10mm bullets. So obviously I'm out of bullets currently. Well, I am going to sell the armor at the very least. 800. Okay, so that should be enough if I take this, and probably enough for one more stimpak. Oh, maybe even two. Okay, that's rather beneficial. Do I want to sell anything else? Not really. Okay, let's do that anyway. Nothing else, thanks. Sure. There should be a general store somewhere around here as well. They said in a bunker near the entrance. So maybe it's actually underground. Yeah, I think so. This is probably him. You see a cheery man with a close-cropped hair. Hello, stranger. What can I do for you today? My name is Matt Black. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Tyne. Can I ask you about the hub merchants? I do some trading with them from time to time. Mostly I sell bullets in exchange for food. Okay, what's your take on the Adytum? Ain't a bad little town. Zimmerman's a fair man, but maybe not the brightest guy. And of course we've got Miles, probably the only man in 100 miles who knows anything about science. Okay, I asked about the merchants before. I'd like to do some trading. No 10mm bullets either. Which is kinda sad and also kind of annoying, because it means I'm pretty much defenseless, to be honest. But if this went here, then where does the other ladder go to? Right here. I guess I will save just in case if maybe I'm not supposed to go there and they will attack or something. What can I do for you? Oh, no, that's one of my companions. So it seems there's nobody here. Okay, I'm not going to steal from him, even though I am kind of tempted. But that's, you know, generally pretty scummy, so... I guess that's just where he sleeps? Or something? Yeah, but this is generally problematic because I'm out of bullets. Like, if I meet any actual opposition, then I'm kinda screwed. Mushrooms. Ah, so this is the hydroponic farm. The table planter has been filled with dung, and mushrooms are happily growing on it. Okay. But I can't do much with it for now. I guess I'm going back up. But I might have to go back to the hub or somewhere else where I could actually buy some bullets, because without it I'm not even sure if I can accomplish anything. You see signs of gang activity are evident in the partially rebuilt nightclub and the tiny outposts here. Wait. So, if that was the main gate, how did I not see this before? Like, I was under the impression when I arrived here that this is simply the way out. This is the outside already, but it seems that the main sort of drop point for the map wasn't actually the edge of the town, which is kind of weird. You see a member of the Blades. Have a nice day. You see graffiti. JDA rules. What's JDA? What? Why are you talking to me? They'll hear, you know. Who are you? I'm Greg, but don't let anyone else know or they will come and find me. Why are you so jumpy? Jumpy? I'm not jumpy, I'm just careful. They all say I'm paranoid, but I'm the only one that's going to be here when they come to get us. Come to get you? Who is coming to get you? You see a man. He quickly stares into your eyes and then away. I don't think he ever answered. Yeah, he simply doesn't answer. Good day. Okay, so I guess this is where the Blades reside. Have you ever seen the rain glow? To be honest, I probably haven't, because I lived my whole life underground. Blades. You see an advertisement for Blades brand razor blades. Wait, really? So did the Blades take their name from an ad they found on one of the buildings? I would have thought it was from their ferocity in melee combat or something. Hello, lad. What might you be looking for today? Who are you? Well, I'm McRae. I help the Blades. some against the death claws and that regulator bunch. Teach them a bit about protecting themselves against those nasties. What kind of stuff do you teach them? Well, my speciality is fighting with my fists and taking a punch or two more than the guy throwing them at me. Can I ask you anything else? I'm not interested in learning unarmed. Who are you? I asked that already. Have you seen the death claws? I've seen them, I have. I ran like hell, I did. If you're looking for them, you'll find them over there. McRae points over to the east. Alright. What's the deal with the regulators? I was thinking that the death claws were the spawn of an unnatural act, but them regulators are evil, come once a month or so, and they shows their ugly faces and drag a father away from his wee ones. What? So are there regulators kidnapping people? Like, there's clearly, because those blades are... this guy is pretty chill for a supposedly murderous gang member who kidnaps and kills children. Like, he's just casually talking with me. So... that's kind of interesting. Anything... Well, I guess first let's talk, let's ask the rest of the questions. Sounds bad. Could I ask more questions? What can you tell me about the blades? We are a good group of people is what the blades are. Stuck here between the damn regulators and the death claws. Ain't meant the happiest life for them, but they survive. Okay, something else? What can I do to help against the regulators, assuming what he says is true? Anything I could do to help? You'll be wanting to talk to Razor, a good lass if there ever was one. Okay, thanks for the info. So I guess Razor is their leader? Where did my hair go? Yeah? What's with the Nuka Cola? He has like a bunch of them around here. It's the stuff of life. Well, actually, if I don't drink it on an hourly basis, I get a splitting headache. What's so good about Nuka Cola anyway? Okay, he just repeats himself. How much of that stuff do you drink? About 5 liters a day. Okay, that's pretty hardcore. Actually, that's pretty hardcore to drink 5 liters of anything a day. And even more so, you know, actual soft drinks. But even drinking 5 liters of water a day is actually kind of complicated from a logistical perspective. Like, and I don't think it's actually healthy. Like, after a certain threshold, you can be overhydrated. Although I guess they also live in a desert, kind of. So the requirements are a little bit different, perhaps. But still, 5 liters? That's a bit of an overkill, I would say. Can I ask you anything else? What do you do around here? I pontificate on life a lot, and I help the blades understand the true meaning of Nuka Cola. Okay, anything else? Who's in charge around here? Razor is the woman you want to talk to. Okay. Just some random crazy guy obsessed with Nuka Cola. Hello, I don't think I've seen you around here. Can I help you with anything? Who are you? I'm Michael. My wife Christine and I live here as blades and help with what we can. Can you tell me a little bit about the Boneyard? Sure. To the south is Adytum. Over to the northeast you will find the Gunrunners, but you'll have to get through the Deathclaws to get to them. To the west is the Followers of the Apocalypse, And to the far south, I've heard there is some kind of a church. Why do you all live here? It's not as bad as it seems. The regulators and the death claws can cause problems, but our leader, Razor, has helped us a great deal over the past months. And more recently, McRae has been showing us how to protect ourselves better. Okay. Yeah, they certainly don't strike me as a murderous gang of child killers. Hello, can I help you? Who are you? My name is Christine. I live here with my husband Michael. Who's in charge around here? Razor keeps track of most things with the blades and helps us organize ourselves. Can you tell me a little bit more about the area? Michael and I just moved here, so I haven't seen much of the area. I've heard talk about a large church to the south, but it sounds mostly like a rumor. Anything else I should know? What? CDE, DBD, DAX. MR not DAX. What? I have no idea what any of that means. Like, is it some kind of a nursery rhyme? Or like an idiom in English? CDE, DBD, DAX. MR not DAX. What? I have no idea whatsoever what that means, but that's my only option. OSMR, CDE, DBD, wings. YI, BMR, DAX. What? What was that about? It's almost some kind of a cipher? What else can I help you with? But she just basically ignored all of that and went casually back to the conversation? What was that about? Anything else I should know? Yeah, she repeats herself now. Like, what is this about? It's pretty weird, I must say. Pretty weird indeed. Have you ever seen the rain glow? Okay, nice weather we're having today. Blah blah blah. Have a nice day. See you. Gotta go. Hi, have a nice day. And good day. See you. Hi. Okay, so they aren't particularly talkative. I take it this is probably Razor. You see a very beautiful woman with a sad look in her eyes. Well, let's talk to her. Can I help you? Are you the leader of this gang? Gang? We are hardly a gang, but I am the one they all come for. They all come to for direction. Zimmerman sent me. Looking a little nervous. What did he? To pay you back for killing his son. What? Those fucking piece of shit bastards. I'll kill them. I'll send them all to hell. Yeah, so it does seem like she was framed. That's probably why she's angry. Because she didn't do it, and she's, she's indignant about the idea of being called a child murderer, which I understand is one of the worst crimes that you can be accused of, to be honest. Who are you going to send to hell? The regulators. They were the ones that killed Josh. I never would have done anything to hurt Josh. It's the regulators who are running the Adytum, not Zimmerman. Why would the regulators kill Zimmerman's son? Josh lived here with me. I mean us. He knew the truth behind what was going on. The regulators told him if he ever tried to contact his father or return to the Adytum, that they would kill him. They laughed at him. They were so sure he couldn't get to his father. They killed him? What did he do? Late one night he tried to sneak into the town to tell his father what was really going on. I was monitoring the regulator's radio transmission that night. He got caught. He looks down and shakes her head slowly. Here, it's all on this holodisk. Why haven't you given this to Josh's father? It's not like any of us can even get close to the Adytum. We'd be shot dead before we ever reached the gates. Why don't I give him the disk? You would risk your life to help us? Sure, anything to help. I'm not so sure it would help without the threat of violence to back it up. What we really need are some weapons from the gunrunners. Well, where are those gunrunners? Why don't you get some weapons from them? They are a little bit east of here, but there's a deathclaw nest between them and us. We have never even spoken to any of the gunrunners. Okay, give me the holodisk, and I'll talk to the gunrunners before I approach Zimmerman. Thank you. This could really help us. Good luck. She hands you the holodisk. Okay, let's read it. Regulated transmission. You gain 100 experience points. Regulator patrol to regulator base camp in. Do you copy? This is regulator base. Principal regulator Caleb responding. Report? Sir, yes sir. Regulator second class Carvota reporting. We've apprehended the Zimmerman boy trying to infiltrate our perimeter again, sir. Orders? Shit. Again? Well, that's the last time that's going to happen. Eliminate him and make it look like the Blades did it. Understand? Sir, did I copy correctly, sir? Kill him? That's affirmative, Regulator. And I want it messy. Impale him on the guard posts out front and cut out his tongue so he can't talk while we attempt to save his sorry ass. Over? It shall be done, sir. Over. Okay, that's pretty horrible. Actually, like... but the problem in getting to the regulators is... No, not the regulators, the gunrunners, is that I am all out of ammo, so there's no way I can take out a deathclaw. So I think I will actually go back to the hub and buy some ammunition. So I don't have much of a choice, to be honest, it seems to me. In the heart of the city, a great library, fortified and restored, rises with a foreboding yet graceful presence. You feel a sense of peace. Okay, but to be honest, I wanted to get out, actually. How do I even do that? I guess maybe further north? I will obviously explore all the rest of the town later, but for now I really need more ammo because if it comes to blows, you know, if there is violence, then I simply can't protect myself without ammunition. So let me go back to here. You come across a merchant with several guards. Okay, what do you have to sell? What can I do for you? Who are you? I'm Lax, I'm a merchant. What are you doing? I'm on a trip to the Adytum to sell some goods. Okay, what do you have to sell? Okay, you do have bullets. Some of them. So I will buy all of the hollow points. But I do need more. I'm not that interested in armor piercing ones, although I guess I guess I will buy one set just to be sure. But that's still not enough. So I'm still going back to the hub. Especially because I also need some shotgun rounds for Tycho. Why hello, it's nice to see you again. What can I do for you today? Still alive, I see. I was starting to worry. What can I get you today? I would like to buy something. Great, let me show you what I've got. Oh, that's right, you're working for Butch. You're getting a 15% discount. Okay, that's great, actually. And I kind of love it. Okay, so she has no 10mm bullets, which is a bit annoying, but she has a whole bunch of shotgun shells. How much for them? Oh, they are very expensive. I will buy 100, I guess. Although, will I? How much for a grenade? 150. Yeah, that's not not particularly great, to be honest. I'm kind of tempted to sell this plasma pistol, but on the other hand, I might also want to use it eventually. Okay, I will buy it. Tycho has been very useful, I have to admit that. So... yeah, I will do it. So that still doesn't solve the problem of my bullets, though. Although let's be honest, I'm not actually that useful in combat. If you're not using that, I might actually sell that. I'm not quite sure. Maybe his current armor is better or something. Okay, 800 for that. I will try the general store as well. And actually, can I report this guy to the police? Like, I tried that last time and it didn't work. I can't believe Decker's finally dead. I never thought I would see the day. I still can't. So that's kind of weird. Especially because it was directly hinted at. Because I could blackmail him to be silent. No. I could. What I meant is I could blackmail him to pay me to be silent. So that implies I should have a way to rat him out in the first place, but it doesn't look like I do. So I don't really understand that. No 10mm bullets here either. Oh well. I guess I will have to manage with this for now. Even though this isn't looking great. Like, let's be honest, that's not that many bullets. And I'm not sure if it will be enough to actually accomplish anything of value. But it's better than nothing. And at least I bought rounds for Tycho. You know, Tycho is considerably better in combat than I am. So I can just act as a tank of sorts. And hopefully he and Ian can actually take care of the enemies. You encounter a group of guardsmen on patrol. Did you hear? The underground has been finally wiped out. Yeah, I did hear. I actually did that, so... No, it would be weird if I didn't hear about it. You see, you nearly fall over some rough terrain. They could use some environment management out there. Okay, but did anything actually happen? Like, can I actually do anything around here? Or did you really just stop the game to tell me that I nearly tripped? Like, that doesn't seem to be game stopping worthy. Oh well, what do I know? Okay, so let's go back downtown. And I guess let's check that big library that they've got over there. I guess this is where the children of the followers of the apocalypse live. This is the emblem used by the followers of the apocalypse. Indeed. You see Katya. You're not from here. Who are you? My name is Matt Black. And what, may I ask, are you doing in the Boneyard? I'm just an explorer. Just a traveler. I've heard that one before. Nobody comes to the Boneyard except those hub merchants and the people looking for a quick death at the hand of the gangs. What are you really here for? Well, I'm looking for a water purification chip, except I'm not, because I already found it. Again, the game is kind of not connecting the dots, because I currently already have it. So in fact, it is actually 120% true that I'm just exploring. But oh well. I guess I have to say that, because the other option implies being a little bit rude, I guess. A water purification chip. Sorry, I don't know anything about that. Don't see much of the tech here in the Boneyard, except maybe the stuff Miles works on. Miles, where can I find him, and could he help? Miles lives in the Adytum. He's a scientist, mostly working with chemistry. If anyone could scrounge up a water chip or make a replacement, it would be him. What can you tell me about the Adytum? The Adytum is my original home. A little too boring for me though. It's a fenced-off and self-sufficient town in the south of the Boneyard, but not as far as the cathedral. We trade sometimes with the hub. What can you tell me about the Blades? I've dealt with them before. They are not too bad as far as gangs go. They have a hideout in the old club with some outposts. If you're careful, you might even be able to get some of them to talk. What can you tell me about the Gunrunners? The Gunrunners used to be a real gang, but they went soft. They started setting up a deal where they trade weapons that they get from their victims or buy them from the hub. Since nobody here is up for the trip to the hub personally, they do pretty good business, even though their prices are high. What can you tell me about the Followers? The Followers of the Apocalypse are the group of peace preachers who live in a large library near the heart of the Boneyard. Why they haven't been wiped out yet, I can't say. They are lousy combatants and have no understanding of the real world, but other than that, they are polite and well educated. Okay, it's kind of weird for her to be saying all of those things about the children of the apocalypse, the followers of the apocalypse who live in the library, while I'm currently in that library, I presume, and she is as well. I need to know about the area around the city. The Boneyard is a pretty hostile place. I've never had the opportunity to leave, though I suppose I would take it. Let's see, just south of here, you have the cathedral. There's some sort of cult there, but I would stay away from there. Something sinister is going up there. Also, I've heard about the trading center called the Hub, and the caravans occasionally show up, but I've never been there. Okay, can you tell me some more? Okay, I guess that was all. You see a studious follower of the apocalypse. I must find that book for Nicole. Knowledge is life.
Greetings! Hey! We're very glad you could join us. We hope you have found our humble abode to your satisfaction.
Thanks. Could you tell me more about what you worship here?
We don't worship so much as follow a set of principles. We want to bring peace back to this wasteland. The world tends toward destruction, so we try to make a difference.
How?
We try to remind people why the Great War happened in the first place, and help ensure it won't ever happen again.
Have you been successful at all?
We never give up hope. We never will, even though most live by the gun these days. And we are concerned with the children of the cathedral.
What about them?
They claim to want peace like us, but anyone who disagrees with them just disappears. Their dark god is not what he seems, believe me.
How do you know?
Call it instinct. We've seen Morpheus and the Nightkin, and they don't look like peacemakers to us. Their hospitals and message of peace make them attractive, but we know there's evil there.
And do you have any clues?
A number of our spies have seen Nightkin coming in and out of the back room of the Children's Temple. Something important is back there.
Well, I will report back anything I hear.
Good. We could use any information. Now, is there anything else you'd like to ask?
Yes.
Ask, and I'll answer if I can.
What else do you know about the children of the cathedral?
You've probably seen their hospitals around. They preach peace, but there is something very wrong with them. We need to find out what.
Can I ask more questions about them?
Ask, and I'll answer if I can.
Do you know who their leader is?
Morpheus is the leader of the children of the cathedral. He is evil, and that fact must be exposed.
Do you have any suspicions about them?
A number of our spies have seen Nightkin coming in and out of the back room of the Children's Temple. Something important is back there.
Okay, she's repeating herself. I would like to ask about something else.
A number of our spies have seen Nightkin coming in and out of the back room of the Children's Temple. Something important is back there.
Tell me a little history behind the followers.
What would you like to know?
Where did the followers start?
Far to the south, near the Great Glow. The times were hard, but we managed to survive. We realized then the Great War must never happen again.
What made you come up north?
There aren't many left down south. The radiation polluted almost everything. Most of the remaining people followed us to start the organization.
It's still that radioactive after 80 years?
Well, the rumor is that there was something so important there that the area was saturated with bombs to ensure everything was wiped out.
That's pretty interesting. That would imply some kind of high-value military target? Maybe like a secret base or like a research base? You know, something that could potentially turn the tide of the war, so it was a high-value target and the enemies of the United States wanted to wipe it out. Interesting. More questions?
A number of our spies have seen Nightkin coming in and out of the back room of the Children's Temple. Something important is back there.
Okay, it seems a little bit bugged, to be honest. Backstory about the followers.
What would you like to know?
Who started it?
After my parents were killed by marauders. It was time the killing stopped. It's our goal to make this land the way it used to be, before the war.
I'm sorry about your parents.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, is there anything else you needed to ask me?
Yes.
Ask, and I'll answer if I can.
More about the history?
What would you like to know?
What are your goals?
We try to remind people why the Great War happened in the first place, and help ensure it won't ever happen again. We never give up hope. They claim to want peace like us, but anyone who disagrees with them just disappears. Call it instinct. A number of our spies have seen Nightkin coming in and out of the back room of the Children's Temple. Ask, and I'll answer if I can.
Okay, she started repeating herself there. So I think I'll be going
We
now.
wish you the best in the journeys ahead. Please feel free to use our base as much as you like.
Okay. I will talk with the others, if I find any others. Glorious day to you. Please be quiet, I'm trying to study. And welcome to the followers of the apocalypse. Please respect the sanctity of our library. Knowledge is life. Glorious day to you. Nicole drives us to resurrect what has been lost. Okay, so I guess that was it, pretty much, for the library, at least for now. What do you want? A donut. What are you doing here? And none of your business. Who even is that? You see a burly bounty hunter with a baton that reads, "I'm Christopher and you're meat." Buzz off. Okay. Who knows what goes on below the children's cathedral? What do you want? Just looking around. Well, go poke around somewhere else. Okay, they aren't particularly talkative. And I guess that's it for this part of the Boneyard. Anything this way? Nope, it's already the end. So, you know what? Actually, I might use this opportunity to wait for daylight. So, let's go back downtown then. And this time, I will go the other way. Because this is presumably where, allegedly, where the gun runners are at, right? To the east. But I will look for them next time, because this episode has been long enough. So I'm going to save here and end this for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!